Hello, quite a number of people have been asking me how I go about archiving the discussions on mathchat. So what I thought I'd do is just make a little video which gives you a quick overview of how I'm doing it. This is not the only way to archive tweets, of course, but it's just one that works for me. The first thing is that I use TwapperKeeper, and I've already set up TwapperKeeper so that it's monitoring the mathchat hashtag. So the first thing I do is go to that TwapperKeeper account and I check to see where it's reached in its archiving. It can take about 2 or 3 days for the TwapperKeeper archive to be updated, but since it's a free application, I'm not going to complain too much about that. So we can see here, for example, that the most recent one in the archive is a tweet that was sent out on Monday, May the 8th. So since I'm going to be archiving the mathchat from May the 6th, this is fine, and all the details should be here. Now, an important thing to notice is that in the past, a lot of these archiving facilities allowed you to export and download. Because of Twitter's regulations, terms and conditions, by actually doing a cut and paste from one of these archive sites or downloading by yourself, what you may be doing is actually re-syndicating the content, but this is really a grey and fuzzy area. So although I'm doing this at the moment, it could be that the rules will change about whether or not cutting and pasting is allowed in the future, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so I want to archive the mathchat which was held on May the 6th, my local time. All the times here are actually in GMT, which is quite good for someone who's actually living in the UK. It may be a bit more tricky if you're not. Mathchat starts at midnight, so in this case we just leave it as 0 minutes. And I want it to actually end the searches on the same day and the same year, and we'll allow it up until about 2 o'clock. Usually mathchat lasts for about an hour, but giving another hour on the other side of it just makes sure that everything's been covered. By putting in an ascending order, it means that the earliest tweets appear first in the list. This is something that the Twitter search doesn't do for you, so this is one of the reasons why I'm using TwapperKeeper rather than Twitter search. Then view limit, well, usually we get about 500 tweets on the mathchat archive. I just put it up to 1,000 to be on the safe side. And then hit the query. Okay, the query's completed, and now what I would do is go right down towards the end of the query to see around about the time of the last tweets and check, and I think this one here, probably from 8 minutes past 1, is the one that I'm going to have as the last one in the archive. So what I do at this point is simply do a drag and select and go right back up to the top of the list. So I've selected everything now that I want, and I just do Control C to copy this into my clipboard. The next step is to actually create the archive document itself, and I do this in MS Word. I've set up a macro in MS Word, and when I click this, it does all the work for me, as if by magic. Basically what I have is a template which has the mathchat archive set out the way I want it. I put in the title first of the mathchat topic, and then the day and date, and the macro does the rest of the work for me. Basically what it does is it pastes in all of the items from TwapperKeeper, goes through searching particular formats, tidying up and removing certain things that I don't want, and then what I'm left with is a document that I can tidy up myself later. For example, I might want to remove the first tweet because it's not part of the discussion, but the tweets are numbered so people can see if I've removed anything. That's all.